Hello everyone, and welcome to the tutorial on installing NodeJS and NodeRed. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to nodejs.org and click on the Downloads link. This will take you to this page. You will have the LTS and the Current option. Click on LTS. That's short for Long-Term Service, and it will have all of the features that you'll need. Current might have more features, but it may not be stable, so you're more likely to run into issues with Current. Depending on your system, you should install the Windows version or the Mac OS version, or if you're on a Linux machine, use one of the Linux binaries down here. Since I'm on a Windows machine, I'm just going to click here. This will download this installer. So I will launch this. It may take some time to set up, but once the installer launches, we will work our way through it. So here we go. The setup wizard will install Node.js. Accept the terms of the license agreement. Can be installed there. Make sure that all of these are included. Specifically, we're going to be using the npm package manager, but you're also going to need the rest of it. We should not need these tools while we're installing. It's just going to add some additional time to the installation, but if you want, you can click on that and then it will take some additional time and install that there. So that should be all that we need. We'll click on install, and this is going to copy across and update everything on our system so that we'll be able to install NodeRed in the fastest way possible. So Node.js has been successfully installed. So the way that we're going to detect that it's been installed correctly is open up a command window. So in Windows, this is command prompt. It will have a different way of getting to it if you're on a Mac machine, but you're going to want a terminal window. We'll provide instructions on how to access the terminal on other machines if you need them, but what you're going to want to do to confirm that everything's installed is type npm. So when I do this, it will say usage npm command, and that's just meaning, okay, I have successfully installed npm on this computer. Now the specific thing that I'm going to want to do is run this particular instruction. Now it says here, if you're using Windows, don't start the command with sudo, but if you're using a Mac, then you will want to include this bit. So seeing as the only component that I need is here, I will copy this, and then I will come over here, paste that, and then hit enter. So what this is going to do is it's going to use npm, the package manager, to find NodeRed on the internet and make sure that it gets installed with everything that it's going to need. There are other ways to get NodeRed running, like you can run it inside of Docker or inside of Snap. However, this is a lot more complicated, potentially, since you'll need to install Docker and then run it inside of a Docker image. So just running it natively to use it natively should be enough for what we're going to be doing. So as you can see here, the install is finished. It only took less than half a minute. And then we should be able to just use it as is now. So now that we've installed it, we should just be able to say node-red. So typing that in here, you might get a security alert of some kind. You should not be worried about allowing access for this, so long as you're on your own private network. If your computer is connected on a public network, then you should probably block that, because the other people on the network will be able to access your system. However, the network that I'm on, everything's locked down. So depending on what you're wanting your firewall settings to be, you might want to do that. So as you can see here, it's got the server now running at that particular address. And so what we can do is, let me reposition this. It'll give you an IP address. And if I open up a new tab and I go HTTP, not that one, but 127.0.0.1, and then 1880. So here is NodeRed. So we're not going to need to look at this anymore. We can just remove that. Don't close it. If you close this window, then NodeRed will stop running. So just minimize it for now. But then you have NodeRed running in your browser, so we can expand that out. and then you'll be able to use it to design your own codes and systems and flows and everything. So that will be covered in the next video, and as always, just get in contact with us if you have any issues with this step.